finals this weekend as Lille host Lyon, but it's PSG currently running away with it with another impressive victory. Who's going to come out on top this coming weekend? We'll take a look at it now. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today we take a look at matchday number 9 out in Ligue. Oh, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bangers today with all things Ligue related, Lab and Rose related, well, football related. We get it all here. Thunder, Roski, of course. That's right, of course. PSG smash it, not dash it, not each and every one of the teams at the moment. 4-0 this weekend, but it is Lille against Lyon, which will be a tasty encounter, of course. They are all, Lyon's starting to get into the groove here, of course. We'll take a look at the results and predictions in just a second. One big shout out, of course, to the Patreon gang. Support the channel behind the scenes. You know who you are. Respect to my brothers and sisters who support the channel behind the scenes. Without them, it will be an absolute nightmare to keep up with the heat. So I do appreciate the support behind the scenes. And anyone else is out there that wants to support the channel in another way, check out the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. So let's get it on like a donkey kong. Here we go. Here we go. So, let's have a look at my picks first, and then we'll take a look at how you guys got on. Of course, it was Rennes against Angers. Of course, Rennes were one of the leaders at this time last week, but unfortunately they lost. My picks are on the right, the real deal was on the left. Goal scorers on the day, and a 2-1 loss for Rennes. André Honu give Rennes the lead before Sonifin Bufal, ex-Southampton man Angelo Felghini on the score sheet for Angers as they came home with a big fat W. So shame on me and shame on them. Lorient against my boys Marseille. It was a 1-0 win in the end for Marseille, comfortable in the end. Leonardo Ballardi on the score sheet for Marseille, giving them the W. Actually, one of the 2-1 win myself, so ain't too shabby. Of course, PSG ran riot, 4-0 win. Moise Kean with a couple of goals, Kylian Mbappe as well with a couple of goals as well. 4-0 cruise control, of course. Actually, remember the 3-0 win. Ain't too bad. Lens against Nantes was postponed. I don't know, COVID or something. I don't know. We'll see. Bordeaux against Nimes. That was a win for Bordeaux. 2-0 in the end. Actually, remember the 1-0, so ain't too shabby. Jimmy Brand on the score sheet. Remy Undi on the score sheet as well. 2 late goals in the last 10 minutes to give them the W. Actually, remember the 1-0 win myself. Brest beat Strasbourg. Cheesy. No, they didn't. They actually lost against Strasbourg. Even more cheeky with a 3-0 loss. Actually, with a 2-1 win for Brest. But shame on me. Goals on the day for Strasbourg. Habib Diallo, Kenny Lala, and Ludovic Ajore on score sheet for Strasbourg as they took the win on that one. Yep, shame on me, and again, shame on Brest. Meanwhile, Metz took on Saint-Etienne and they won. Actually went with the Saint-Etienne victory, so shame on me again. 2-0 in the end for Metz. Fadé Boulala and Alpha Sissoko with the big fat OG, giving Metz the big fat W. And yeah, Montpellier against Reims, of course. Montpellier losing to Reims, of course. Reims actually started to struggle this season so far, but this one hopefully will turn them back around. Actually, I'm with a 2-0 win myself, so shame on me again. Bouilali Diao with a couple of goals. He actually got a hat-trick as well. Nathaniel Mboku as well, giving Reims the 3 points and the 4 goals. Hilton and Damien Letelic get himself sent off for Montpellier. Meanwhile, Nice, which was very, very nice against Lille, which was a draw, 1-1 in the end. Called it, lads. Absolutely called it. Casper Dolberg on the score sheet for Nice, and Budrek Ilmets on the score sheet for Lille as they took a show of the sports. Of course, Lyon took on Monaco, and that was a 4-1 win, victory for Lyon. Actually went with a 3-1 win, 8-2 shabby. Memphis Depay on the score sheet, Carl Toko Akami with a couple of goals, and Hussein Oyur from the penalty spot with Wissam Ben Yedder, giving Monaco a bit of a consolation, but ultimately nothing. Melvin Bard also got himself sent off. I got myself 2, 4, 5 on you. Can you match it or do better than me? Probably. So let's have a look then, shall we, at the leaderboard as all the actual standings as it stands. PSG running away with it on goal difference, of course, superior to that of Lille, but of course 11 points at the moment. Stade Rennes not too far away either, neither are Olympique Marseille, and hot on the heels in the distance is Nice, which is very, very nice. Meanwhile, Dijon and Reims going down as it stands. Strasbourg ain't too far away either. Again, Prediction League is live and active, and again, you can still participate. It's still time to win as well. But let's get into it. 0-3, you're in the straight face game. 4-7 straight face score. 8+, you're in the top bins now. That would have been in smack dab in the middle. Woo-wee! Let's get into it. Simples. What did you get, son? You did shite. Arashki Shirishki, not too bad. Okay, did okay. Bossy Mata did poop. Omajimani, not too shabby. Hansworth did alright. Ilmanston also did okay. Costas K did okay. Nathan Evo, well done to you, brother. You did alright. Iron Stringer, not too bad. Denzel Tan did poop. We are QPR, not too bad indeed. Russell Frost. Not too bad, brother. Not too bad, brother. Yannick Buster did poop. Shane O'Donnell, not too shabby. Neil Galilei, not too bad. Vincent Hong did ghastly. Kieran did poop. He did right, actually. Omar Esquivel, not too bad. Mexican sniper. LG Cal, also not too bad as well. Club Skills did bits. Omar Murat, not too bad as well. Gaming Charlie, keeping up the heat. The D-Man, aka High, he did poop. Shepherd, well done to you, brother. And of course, the Phantom, sticking around, not too bad as well. That's the situation with you guys. This is the situation as it stands for this week and this week alone. I would have been second alongside a whole bunches. But in between on this Magic Monday, we are QPR. Bow down to your kings. There they are. Respect, of course, leading the charge this weekend. But of course, it's only just this weekend. Who is, well, the real prediction king for League? Oh, stand up. Of course, I'm not in there just yet. But your main man, bow down to a Magic Monday. Oh yes, smashing it. 57% success rate. We are QPR. Hot as heels though. Handsworth and the D-Man. Oh yeah, aka High, hanging up there in the top 5. Costas K not too far away either, but it's still early days. Look at the patrons. Much support as well. Love the patrons. Keep them going, lads. Keep them going. You know I love you. You know I love you. Anyway, let's get into it. Of course, we're not going to muck about. We're going to jump into the deep end. Of course, Marseille kicking on off against Lens. It'll be on Friday, of course, unless something gets in the way. Now, sometimes these two sides have played each other in the past. 40 wins for Marseille, 36 wins for Lens, 21 draws in the past. The last 6 this season, 5 wins for Marseille, nothing from Lens, and 1 draw. Last time played each other was in Lens. It was back in 2015. It was a 4-0 win for Marseille. Goodness gracious me. The goals. Look at these names. Michi Bashoui with a couple of goals. Andre Ayew as well. Jacques Alexis Romaro as well. However, last time played each other at the Velodrome was a 2-1 win for Marseille in 2014. Nicolas Nkolu and Florian Taravan on score sheet with Jacques Alexis Romaro getting himself sent off. Baptiste Guglielmi getting a 1-0 goal for Lens as well. Marseille actually defeated in 23 of the last 25 matches in League 1. Both home and away. Coming into this, just one defeat in the past 5. That was in the Champions League against Olympiacos. Meanwhile, same can be said for Lens. 1 defeat in the past 5. That was against Lille this past weekend, of course. Look at the odds on this one. This will be tight, wouldn't it? It will be tight. 5-4 on Marseille. Favourite 65 is your away with 11-4 is your draw. Marseille have a shot at victorious with a big fat double, and everything else goes their way. And then so far so good. At the end of this match, they will be top of the pops because I'm going to give them a big fat 2-0 to go. Next up we have Stade Rennes up against Brest, of course. These two sides have played each other 20 times in the past, 6 wins apiece and 8 draws between these two sides. Last 6, those 3 for Rennes, 1 for Brest. Cheeky, and 2 draws, of course. Last time played each other was in Brest. It was a friendly, doesn't really count. However, last time played each other in competitive action was in Rennes. That was last season. It was a 0-0 draw in the end. However, coming into this, Rennes just 1 win in the past 5. That was against Lorient, and it was a friendly, so it doesn't really count. The past 4 competitive games, they've won none of them. You have 3 draws and a loss, of course. Meanwhile, Brest cheeky, have actually just won 1 of the past 4. That was against Monaco a couple of games back, of course. Look at the odds then on this one, shall we? Brest are actually 60-5 long shots, 5-4 on is Rennes, 40-5 is your draw. Of course, a win for Rennes. They could also go
mathematically
top of the pops, and I think if they actually are victorious, and so are Marseille victorious, I think Rennes will go top of the pops, and I'm going to go with Rennes with a 2-1 win in the end. Nantes taking on PSG though. Goodness gracious me, that top spot will be rotating like a yo-yo. Of course, these two guys have played each other 92 times in the past. It's actually been 27 wins for Nantes, 43 wins for PSG, and 22 draws, of course. The last 6, though, sees 1 win for Nantes, 5 wins for PSG, and no draws, of course. Last time played each other was in Nantes back in February 2020. It was a 2-1 win for PSG. Mario Akari, Thilo Kerrer, Moses Simon on the score sheet for Nantes on the 2-1 loss for Nantes, 2-1 win for PSG. Heading into this, though, PSG have actually scored at least 4 goals in the last 3 matches. They've actually won 9 last 11 away matches as well, keeping a clean sheet in 5 last 6, both home and away. Look at the team form in this one. PSG coming to this 1 loss of the past 5. That was, of course, against Manchester United in the Champions League. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Nantes have actually just won once in the past 5 games in all competitions. That was against Brest, cheeky, and again, one of those was a friendly, an unnecessary friendly, smack dab in the middle of things. Anyway, the bookies odds 8-1 for Nantes on this one, 3-1 on PSG, 4-1 is your draw. Of course, a win for PSG will regain. And that's what's going to happen. Of course, it is PSG with a 3-0 win in the end. Saint-Etienne taking on Montpellier. Of course, this is into Sunday, into the month of November, of course. These two have played each other 59 times in the past. 28 wins for Saint-Etienne, 20 wins for Montpellier, and 11 draws. Of course, the last 6, they see 2 wins apiece and 2 draws. Last time played each other was in Montpellier, and it was back in February 2020. It was a 1-0 win for Montpellier in the end. However, last time played each other in Saint-Etienne was a 0-0 draw, and that was back in November 2019, of course, just last season. Saint-Etienne have actually lost their last 4 matches in Ligue 1, conceding at least 2 goals in the last 5 matches as well. Montpellier have actually failed to win their last 7 away matches heading into this. 2 teams that need a result, and they need one quickly. What are we looking at here? Saint-Etienne unbeaten or winless in 5. Meanwhile, Montpellier winless in 4. Smells like a draw, smells like a draw. Smells like a draw. Look at the odds on this one. Do we have actually odds on this one? Who are we? Saint-Etienne against Thingamajig. I don't think we have odds. Don't think we have the odds. But anyway, heading into this Saint-Etienne, if they're victorious, they're in 13th. They could go as high as 6th. Nîmes and Montpellier coming into this in 11th. And win for them could go as high as 5th. Of course, I'm playing with a draw. That's right. Next up, Angers taking on Nice, which is very nice. These two played each other 53 times in the past. 16 wins for Angers, 20 wins for Nice, 17 draws. Of course, the last 6 though sees 1 win for Peace and 4 draws, including a draw last time played each other, which was back in January 2020. It was a 1-1 draw. It was. Heading into this though, Angers just won defeat the past 5, including a friendly. That was against PSG, of course, 6-1 loss. Meanwhile, same can be said for Nice, 1 loss for the past 5. That was against Bayer Leverkusen, 6-2 loss against in the Europa League. Heading into this, the bookies odds then on this one. What do we have? 6-5 for Angers, 23-10 for Nice. Angers are your favourites, 11-5 is your draw. Angers come into this in 8th spot, but a win for them could go as high as 3rd. Nice come into this in 5th, and a win for them could go as high as 3rd as well. 3rd is on the line if they're to be victorious on this one, and I see a win for a nobody. I'm going with a draw. Indeed, I can't separate the two sides. Can you? Make sure you get your predictions in nice and early, of course. Next up, we have Dijon Mustard taking on FC Lorient. Of course, these two sides play each other just 9 times in the past. 4 wins for Dijon, 2 wins for Lorient, and 3 draws. The last 6 though sees 3 wins for Dijon, 2 wins for Lorient, and 1 draw. Last time picture was in Lorient. It was back in January 2017. It was a 3-2 win for Dijon. However, last time picture in Dijon was back in 2016 in the top flight as well, with Jordan Lopez the one and only goal for Dijon as they came out with the big fat W. Dijon have actually failed to win the last 8 matches, of course, winless in at least 6, of course, across all the board, all competitions as well. Meanwhile, Lorient came into this just 1 win in the past 6 as well. That was against Reims a couple of games back. Look at the odds on this one then, shall we? Dijon are actually 2-1 for the favourites, I think, or maybe underdogs actually. 5-2 is your draw. 5-4 away win. That is Lorient. Of course, Lorient come into this in 17th spot, but win for them could go as high as 13th. Their opposition, Dijon, must have come into the spot on the table with 2 points. Win for them could actually go as high as 19th. They are struggling, they are looking clueless, but I'm going to give the big fat W here with home form. Even though there's no fans in the stand, I still think Dijon will come over the way with the points. Nimes taking on FC Metz, of course. Let's take a close look at this one. These two sides play each other 60 times in the past. 18 wins for Nimes, 21 wins for Metz, and 21 draws as well. The last 6 though sees 2 wins for Nimes, 1 win for Metz, and 3 draws. However, last time picture that was in Metz back in 2020. It was a 2-1 win for Metz. Last time picture that in Nimes was a 1-1 draw back in November 2019. Goal scorers Rennie Repair on score sheet for Nimes, Habib Diallo on score sheet for Metz. Heading into this, Metz are actually undefeated in the last 5 matches in League 1, both home and away, looking very good. Meanwhile, Nimes actually just 2 defeats in the past 5. That's actually back-to-back defeats for them, actually not scoring a goal in 2 of those, conceding 6 in the process. Heading into this, the bookies odds 11-8 for Nimes on this one, 9-4 is your draw, 2-1 is your away win on this. Very tight odds on this one. Nimes coming to this 16th for the table, win for them could go as high as 10th. Their opposition, Metz, come into this in 10th, and win for them could go as high as 5th. That's Europa talk, boys. That's Europa talk. I'm going with Metz on this one with a 1-0 win. Not big, not clever, but just enough to get the W. Stade Reims, of course, taking on Strasbourg. Of course, these two sides are in the relegation discussion at the moment. Anyway, they've played each other 60 times in the past. 27 wins for Reims, 17 wins for Strasbourg, and 15 draws. The last 6 sees 2 wins apiece and 2 draws, including a draw back last time they played each other in Reims, which was in the French Cup, of course. However, last time they played each other in the Ligue in Reims was also a 0-0 draw. Heading into this, Reims have actually lost their last 3 home matches, of course, but they did pick up a win last round away from home, picking up a win against Montpellier. However, their opposition, Strasbourg, 2 wins in the past 5, not great for them either. Very hot and cold form at the moment for both of these two sides. Well, Reims are looking for more consistent at the moment, and they've got the better team. They actually find the 4 favourites for the victory. 11-5 is draw, 9-4 is your away win, of course. A win for either side could actually go as high as, well, for Reims anyway, could go as high as 15th. Meanwhile, Strasbourg could go one better, as high as 14th on this one. They are struggling, but they need a result. I'm going to give it to Reims. I think they're on the turn now with a 2-1 win in the end. Next up, Monaco taking on Bordeaux. Of course, these two sides have played each other 113 times in the past. 40 wins for Monaco, 45 wins for Bordeaux, and 28 wins. The last 6 though sees 3 wins for Monaco, 2 wins for Bordeaux, and 1 draw. Of course, last time played was in Bordeaux back in around about this time last year, back in November 2019. It was a 2-1 win for Bordeaux. Last time played in Monaco was back in March 2019. It was a 1-1 draw. Falcao on the score sheet for Monaco, Jimmy Brand on the score sheet for Bordeaux, as points were split right down the middle. Heading into this, Bordeaux actually kept a clean sheet in 6 of the last 8 matches, whereas Monaco actually undefeated in the last 7 home matches in Lyon, of course. They come into this though, just 1 win in the past 5 in all competitions. That was against Strasbourg at home. Meanwhile, their opposition, Bordeaux, just 1 defeat in the past 4. That was against Marseille, a couple of games back, of course. Look at the odds on this one then, shall we? Of course, Monaco, even Stevens, they are the favourites, 5-2 is your 13-5 is your away win. Of course, Monaco come into this Not great at the moment, 12th spot at the minute, but a win for them could go as high as 5th. Their opposition, Bordeaux, coming to this in 9th, and a win for them could go as high as 3rd. Wow. I'm going to go with Monaco to snatch it at home, 2-0 in the end. Jobs are good. And wrapping it up, it is the Battle of the Elves we talked about at the start. These two sides, Lille against Lyon, have played each other 99 times in the past. It's the 100th time, according to my knowledge, that they have not torn. 39 wins for Lille, 34 wins for Lyon, and 25 draws as well. The last 6 sees 2 wins for Lille, 1 win for Lyon, and 3 draws. Last time played that was in Lille was back in March 2020 in Ligue 1, and Lorient Remy on the score sheet to give Lille the 3 points. Lille have actually kept a clean sheet for their 6 matches at home, whereas Lille have also undefeated in their last 11 matches, both home and away, whereas Lyon are also undefeated in their last 5 matches as well. 2 teams locking horns, of course. Lille are more clinical at the moment, picking up wins instead of draws, whereas Lyon have actually just won twice in the past 6 games, drawing 3 in the process and losing to Montpellier as well. The bookies on this one's 8-5 for Lille, 50-8 for Lyon, and 21-10 is your draw. So it looks like Lille are stone cold favourites for this one. And of course, a win for Lille, they could go. And a win for Lyon, they could go as high as 3rd. What's going to happen? Can you see the scoreline between the lines? Can you? If you look up close, no, you can't. But I'm going to go with a Lille victory, and they could go
top of the pops with that.
And if everything else goes their way. But let's just see if everything does go away. If my predictions are right, this is what the table will be. It will be PSG leading the charge. Lille will be in 2nd. Stade, Rennes, Marseille 4th, and Nice into top 5, which is very, very nice. Down but say will be Dijon, Mustard, Strasbourg, and Lorient in the old relegation discussion. Of course, it is still early days, folks. It is still early days. Make sure you get your predictions in nice and early for this. And of course, we are edging closer to, of course, Twick or Tweet. I don't know what they have it in France or whatever. But anyway, be safe if you are doing trick or treating out there these days. I don't know if they're doing it with COVID. I don't know, but I'm just getting in the mood. We're getting in the mood, lads. I'm getting in the mood. You're getting in the mood. I'm getting in the mood. Anyway, that's it, my friends. Be sure to give the video some love and smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe, of course. We'll be back next time around, of course, with some more pickaroonies from Ligue 1. Can you make a charge in the old prediction league? Make sure you get your picks nice and in early doors so you don't miss out. But that's it. Until then, also, if you want to support the channel in another way, check out the old link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. I do appreciate the support I get from patrons. So if you can, do. If you can't, it's all right. I understand. Anyway, until then, I'm out. Be safe, because there's monsters out there. There's monsters, isn't that right?